Hi, I'm Bryn Wilkes and I'm at Birmingham's Alexander Stadium to meet Paula Radcliffee, the European, Commonwealth and World Champion, still the world record holder for the marathon and more importantly, a Loughborough University graduate. So was it a difficult decision to remain in full-time education alongside all your training?
No, for me not at all, because I think I very much took the view that certainly when I went to university, my athletics for me was still very much a hobby, and although I had just that year made the step forward to winning World Junior Championships before I went to university, I still knew that that was a long way from actually making it professionally in the career, and that you're always one injury away as well. So I always wanted to have that academic kind of backup there to have career-wise moving forward. And I think also for me it was important to me. I wanted to go to university and I wanted to study the course that I did.
So what made you choose Loughborough?
I chose Loughborough because I looked around at the best universities in the country at the time for the course that I wanted to do, which was Modern European Studies or Languages, and Loughborough was right up there with the best, and for me was one of the best because it didn't stipulate or necessitate that I would have to choose at the end of the first year which language to move forward with. I could keep going forward with 2 languages. So that was the main reason, that it was the course that was right for me. And then the second decision obviously was because of my sport, because my running was very important to me. I wanted to choose a university that wasn't too far from my club coach, my coach back in Bedford, and had the infrastructure and the support and just nice places around basically to go running, so that my training would be supported. And I really felt Loughborough was a great fit in terms of being able to do that together, to have the campus university, to have all the running trails nearby, to have that kind of sports reputation, and also to have a really good course for the course that I wanted to study.
So alongside your training and your competition, how on earth did you end up getting a first class honours?
I think I very much, if I choose that, I decide that I'm going to do something, then I want to do that as well as I'm capable of. And it was a lot of work, and at times it was pretty hard to fit the two together. I think I had to be very structured and organised kind of in my life in general, in terms of making sure that I had time to train when was the right time of the day for my body to get the best out of my training, and also the same with studying. So being quite disciplined about, okay, yeah, I'm going to study till then I'm going to do my training. And for me, I found, okay, I'm not going to study after a certain time at night, because after I've trained and studied all day, my brain's not going to work then. So it was finding out what worked for me and fitting them together, and also knowing that it is only for a short period of time. I think that helped me to get through finals and things like that, was knowing, okay, maybe for this bit of time, I'm just going to have to scale back the training a little bit to be able to get all the studying in, all the cramming in really for the exams. But then know that after that, I had a good window of time to still enable me to prepare for the Olympic Games in Atlanta properly, because I graduated the same year as the Olympics.
So I know a lot of current students will probably want to know, for bragging rights reasons, what hall were you in when you were at Loughborough?
My first year I was in Elvin Richards' hall, and then after that I was out.
So was the kind of intense hall rivalry that we've got today, was that evident when you were in Loughborough as well?
I think it was evident in certain things. Within sport, not so much. I think within sport it was more, I guess, kind of, well, certainly not within athletics anyway. There wasn't really a rivalry from amongst halls, but certainly on my course, yes, sometimes, and just general in university life and things like that.
So what are some of your fondest memories of Loughborough? If you can choose.
No, I do. I have a lot of fond memories. I met a lot of very, very good friends there that I still have as friends now, and I just really was happy. I think my whole time there, stayed living in Loughborough for quite a while after I graduated, because I liked the area. I love running in the countryside around Loughborough, and it's pretty central for getting wherever you need to get within the country in terms of competition and training camps and things like that as well. And yeah, I think just the way that it is it's a very friendly university. It's a big university, and of course it's one of the top ones. But at the same time, you don't feel lost on campus. I think you feel like you fit in, and there are many people within the town itself as well as within the campus life and the university life who really make you feel like you're important and are kind of there to support you in your student life.
So is it surreal having a stadium named after you?
Yeah, that was, because I still remember kind of turning up as a fresher there, first time down to the track, and totally different to how it is now. There wasn't the high pack there was none of the indoor area. It was just essentially the pavilion, and everyone just met in the pavilion and then went down onto the track or out on the streets to run. And that's kind of my memory of Loughborough University, and now it's grown so much. And I'm very proud as well of how, to say that I went to Loughborough and to see how much it's grown as a university. And yeah, it still retains, as I said, that kind of small, almost like family feel to it, certainly in the athletics side of it. And I can remember funny stories we talk about, but the first time that I went down to do the group training run on a Tuesday night, and we went off to do the 6.5 mile loop that they all had. So obviously I had to run with some of the guys because I didn't know the route and I needed to know where to go. And we get to the first traffic lights, and one of they stopped and they said, well, you have to wait till for the green man. And then they just took off across the road because they're like, you have to wait, but I'm going to go. So then I had to go after them to be able to have some idea of where I was and not getting lost in Loughborough on my first week.
So you do still feel very much kind of part of Loughborough, even this far?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think if you were at Loughborough University, I think you're always going to support, you're always going to root for Loughborough University. And even though I don't live there, I don't even live in the UK anymore, if people would ask where am I from, I guess I moved around a lot in the UK, was born in Cheshire, grew up in Bedford, but then most of my life was probably actually spent in Loughborough at uni and then afterwards there. So it's definitely somewhere that if I were to pick where would home be in the UK, it would be still around Loughborough.
So then for you personally, what's next for Paula Radcliffe? What can we expect in the future?
Good question.
Big question.
Yeah, I'm in a little bit of, I guess, a crossroads now in terms of one career ending and thinking about where the next career might go. Definitely want to stay involved in sport and in athletics in particular, and kind of works also with kids and youngsters, just making sure that they're supported and that they're healthy and involved in playing sports at all levels. Maybe if Sebastian Coe gets into the IAAF presidency next year, I would like to go and work with him there and try and help athletics. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us. Really appreciate it.
No problem.
It's been great to meet you.
All right, thanks.